All right, we're going to make this very simple outline sketch to make sure it's fully constrained. So let's start with a new part. You can see that it's in inches. So we're going to go English, standard inches, and this is an Autodesk Inventor. The first one we're going to do here is a solid line, which is 38 inches. So we're going to start with a two-dimensional sketch, select this XY plane. Then we're just going to make a line. You can try to make it horizontal, but if you don't, you can just click there and make it horizontal after the fact. That's a vertical constraint. That's a horizontal constraint. Now we need to make sure that it's 38 inches. And it's hard to see where it's at, but if you select here and go up, you can see that it was actually right there. So then you double click and you type in 38 and you got your first piece right there. Now we need to go to the left and have it be a construction line. And we need to go over here 7.5 inches. So go back to the line tool, select the construction um, feature, and then select here. And then what you can do is hold it until it says 180 degrees, but then also type in 17.5. If you forget to do that, you can always come back and use your dimension tool to make sure that it says 17.5. You can see that it has too many digits beyond the decimal. So we'll fix that right quick. You can see we only need one right there. So we're going to say Tools, Document Settings, Units, and then down here, we're going to change it to 1.1. So it's just one digit past the example. I'm sorry, past the decimal. That 1.1 was just an example of the format, of course. This next piece needs to go up and to the left, so it's not going to be vertical. So then we just go back over here to Sketch, select our line, and just go up and to the left. And then we're going to go horizontal, so make sure it kind of stays horizontal, although it's not really telling us that it is. So we could just make it purposefully not that way and just kind of rough it out like this. You can see that it doesn't look very much like it's supposed to at all. This one's going to go over here and it's going to drop straight down, but I think I was able to get that one up and down. And you were able to see that if you go view and then show constraints, you can see that one's got a vertical constraint. This one's got horizontal constraints. Let's keep going though. Let's hide those for now. Hide the constraints. Do a line to finish off the sketch like this. And we want to make sure we do all of this until this says fully constrained down here. The dimension of the lower left-hand side is 30 inches. Don't want to select the middle when you're doing a dimension. It needs to be off to the side. So then double click right here, 30 inches. This one's still vertical, that's good. And then this top one right here is 34.9. Okay, there's something wrong with that. It's not horizontal, so I'm gonna make it horizontal next. Okay, and then this one needs to be horizontal, so we'll make that one horizontal. And then this one didn't really match up well with over there. Let's see if I can grab that point and move it back over. So it's starting to look more like it. So occasionally you can select these points and move them around like I just showed you. The back one here is 20 inches in height. And our goal is to make it fully constrained. We are down to 6 dimensions needed to make sure everything is fully defined. This length of this one, you want to select there and just pull off a little bit. You don't want to go like that because it's going to give you the wrong dimension. It needs to be the diagonal of the radius. So you have to click in the middle right there, kind of hovering over the line. You see the double arrows down there? Double click on this. We're going to say 54. And say we're down to 5 dimensions needed. This top one, 34.9. And the other one is 20.5. And then this one's kind of interesting because it's not the diagonal distance, but the vertical distance. So you want to select here and there, and then drag off to the left-hand side. So that it's the vertical, not the diagonal. Then you type in 18, like this right here. All right, so now I've got 2 dimensions left over. And one thing I notice is that this data point, or this point rather, needs to be directly above that one. To make that happen, you select your vertical constraint. You can see the line is here. You say, I want this one to be vertically above that one. And now we're down to 1 dimension, and it looks like the only thing left is the angle. So here we can select this one. Now you select the two lines and you can define what the angle is. In this case, 83.82. All right, and now you see it's fully constrained. And so that's how you set this up here. All right, in the next video, I'll show you how to turn this two-dimensional sketch into a three-dimensional object like this right here. See you in the next one.